So, all right, Eagles fans, we did it. We got the much-needed dub yesterday against the New York Giants, 34-10 at home at the Link. To bump our record up to 8-7 and go above 500 for the first time since in between weeks 1 and 2 of this season. And it feels good to see this team control their own destiny. Now, going into week 17, we will be the number 7 seed because we beat the Saints early in the regular season. So even if the Saints win against the Dolphins to bump their record up to 8-7 later tonight, we still got that number 7 seed going into week 17. However, we still got to win the next 2 games. Next week on the road against Washington, week 17, and week 18 home against the Cowboys to control our own destiny. But we'll get to that. Let's talk about yesterday. So it's great that we beat the New York Giants at home. Got our revenge for that game at MetLife back in November. That is good. Feels good, and feels good to own the Giants again. We're right back to owning the Giants, as we should be. So that's good. Now, as far as this game goes, now the first half of this game was just, holy smokes, it was a disaster. It looked like the first game all over again. It started right there with Kenneth Gainwell in the opening kickoff fumbling. Now, fortunately, we did recover it. And then Jalen Hurts tried to force a pass on third down the first drive he's lucky the ball hit the ground was ruled incomplete because that could have been an interception. Had a fumble on a different drive. I think was the next drive? But he fumbled the ball. Lucky a teammate bounced on it. You had numerous drop passes from Miles Sanders, Dallas Goedert. You had a play where Jalen Hurts missed a wide open Dallas Goedert in the end zone late in the first half. That could have been a touchdown, but instead the Eagles settled for a field goal. You had Jake Elliott miss a field goal earlier in the first half before he made it one at the end of the second half to make it 3-3. I mean, just so much was going wrong offensively for the Eagles. Even on defense, we had Darius Slay dropped an easy interception that was right in his hands. I remember watching this going, how is it this hard for the Eagles to get it together against this team? How is it this hard? This Giants team is garbage. And that was my thought in the first half. And they got lucky. Their quarterback was Jake Fromm, who's absolute garbage. And, but then fortunately, they got it together at halftime. It started with Rodney McLeod's interception on Fromm's pass intended for Kenny Galladay. Then the Eagles got Boston Scott, got that 6-yard touchdown, make it 10-3. Then we followed that up. We got the touchdown. First we got a field goal, Elliott, make it 13-3. And then you got the touchdown. Jalen Hurts get it to Devonta Smith. Devonta Smith got in the corner of the end zone. So we got that. And then, of course, we got Lane Johnson got a touchdown catch. That was a fun play, the big man touchdown. And, he got to line up eligible. No penalty called for an eligible man. So Johnson ran his route perfectly. And we got the touchdown there. And then Alex Singleton got the pick 6 on Mike Glennon. More garbage quarterback from the Giants. But yeah, the Giants did get a touchdown in garbage time, but we were already up 34-3 anyway. There was no shot they were coming back by that point. But second half, we got it together. Jalen Hurts was looking sharper in the second half. The play calling was adjusted because the play calling was also atrocious in the first half, along with the drops. But then we did adjust the play calling to even some of the, with some of the Giants' pressure they were bringing. Now, the second half, they still brought some of that pressure, but didn't do anything to affect us. Like, take the Jalen Hurts pass to Devonta Smith. There was pressure there, but Jalen was able to read his option, get Devonta and get the ball off in time to him for the touchdowns, so it didn't stop us at all. So, we adjusted perfectly in the second half where any pressure the Giants were getting on us, it wasn't going to stop us at all. And it was a big turnaround. Jalen, he looked sharp. He completed 17 for 29, 199 yards, particularly in the second half was looking sharp. It looked like he was doing a better job reading his options and being more accurate passing the ball. So that shows signs that Jalen Hurts is progressing as a passer. Now, at the same time, this was also against the Giants too. But you know what? That's what you're supposed to do as a quarterback. You're supposed to go in there and you're supposed to pick apart a team like the Giants with their defense. All right? Giants are garbage. You're supposed to pick apart that defense. That's exactly what Jalen Hurts did. Running the ball, we only had 130 yards running, more primarily run-first offense. But no, it didn't matter. All that mattered is we got the W. We did enough in the second half to turn it around, get the blowout win, as a playoff team should do against a team like the New York Giants. So that builds momentum in the right direction with us being above 500 and having number 7 seed going into a rematch against Washington. So that was good right there. So this is definitely a good win. I mean, but I do want to say, though, the first half, though, obviously we bounced back to it, but they can't afford to play like they did in the first half in a game going forward. They might not get lucky next time. You can't afford any game going forward, whether it be Washington week 17 or the Cowboys game week 18 or any playoff game. You can't afford going forward to come out looking messy like they did in the first half. They got to work on that and fix up on that going forward. I mean, it didn't bite them yesterday, but going forward, you can't have a sloppy start like that. That's all I'm going to say right there to criticize them. But this was definitely a good win. We did what we need to do. We own the New York Giants, and I'm going to finish this one off on a high note. One moment.
Touchdown, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Hit 'em low, hit 'em high, and watch our Eagles fly. Fly, Eagles fly, on the road to victory. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
All right, y'all. You guys can comment in the comment section. Let me know what your takeaways were from this win. Please feel free to share this video, hit the like button, and subscribe if you're new. It's Nicky Steve signing off. Have a wonderful night or day, and I'll see you next time. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!